Hello and welcome back to Dark Souls 3. This is part 6 of our Halberd run. Last time we went through Farron Keep. And this time, starting off, once you get to 20 hollowing, you can talk to Yoel.
Oh, our champion of Ash. Welcome back. I would do anything for my master. Just say the word. As I have said, I was once a sorcerer. Alas, the magic of Londor is a far cry from the wonders of Vinheim. But I can teach you what I know. Perhaps, more importantly, I believe that I can help tease out your true strength. We pilgrims of Londor are keenly aware that those branded by the dark sign possess something quite special. As I have said, but I weep that though. Then shall we begin? Bearer of the dark sign, let your true strength shine. You have attained ample strength. All will soon be clear, my good lord. As I have said, but I weep that the... Be safe, our lord.
So, you want to do that and get him to act like that before going after the Abyss Watchers. And also, this person is here now.
Hello again. I have since heard a great deal about you. For one, that you are most gentle of heart. I too am bound by duty, but can offer you my sign. I hear that cordial intrusion lays the path to embers. If I can be of help, by all means, do call upon me. Blessing of the moon upon your journey. If you should require assistance, use my sign. Blessing of the moon upon your journey.
And so, now you can summon her in certain locations. I know that you can summon her for Deacons of the Deep. Pretty sure, at least. I know that you can summon her for Dragon Slayer armor. You can summon her for the Twin Princes. That's all that comes to mind, though. But now we can finish out Farron Keep. Up here, there are some... There are some enemies from the Road to Sacrifices, and they can either be very easy to deal with, or very much a pain. And I don't know which they're gonna go with this time. Oh. The answer is gonna be pain. It's like, once they get into this form, good luck. Because they are extremely fast, they are extremely aggressive. They go into the air, which allows them to avoid your attacks. We got lucky here and took them out, but they usually suck. Corbian Great Knife, though, that's nice. Can't use it. because it's not a Halberd, but still nice. And also there are 2 dark wraiths here that walk forward and they will fight the Grooves up there. The dark wraiths usually win, but not always. Especially if you pull one away. And so only one dark wraith goes in. Oh, they're going all the way this time. Rotten Grue dagger. We've gotten 2 daggers back to back. Can't use either of them. But still good to have, I suppose. I mean, at the very least, we can sell them. And so that'll get us, like, 200 souls. But before going after them or the boss, there's a bonfire here, so you can light that. And for some reason, when these guys get up, it, like, takes your lock-on off, which is a little weird. Tighten that chart. I'm kind of curious how much health they're surviving with here, so... Enough to die to 1 punch. I shouldn't have run past you. I really messed that up because I thought they were gonna do something different. But they go down. That's 2 Titanite scales. Here you can get great magic weapon. And then this is a shortcut that leads back to Road to Sacrifices. Be careful because heading out here aggroes one of these guys. So they're dangerous. And there's also this stuff which I did not get. So should probably get this stuff now. Because I'm here. I have the chance. There's nothing stopping me. So we can get the Sellsword Twin Blades. Over here there's Farron Coal, which gets you heavy, sharp, and poison. Heavy just takes away, like, it adds strength scaling but takes away everything else. Sharp adds dexterity scaling but takes away everything else, and poison lowers base damage and maybe scaling as well, but it gives you a poison buildup. And then here you get the Sellsword set. Can't use it because that is not the armor set for the run. And like I said, you can't use an armor set for 2 different runs. But we can sell it. So that plus the Twin Blades is a good, like, 500 extra souls. And then down here there's a drop where you can pick up Atonement and a Hollow Gem. And if you drop off to the right here, then immediately to the right, where those basilisks are heading into, that's the cave the cave with the antiquated set. So there's that. I know we're kind of close to a level up. Like, we're only 3k away, but we're also level 50. And I'm pretty sure that's fine. I mean, at least for going after Abyss Watchers. And yeah, we aren't embered, but embering only gives a little bit of health and is mostly for summoning. Which I mentioned before, starting on Dark Souls 3, I might add it for Dark Souls 2 as well. I have a rule that I can only summon each... I don't want to say character, but each summon location 3 times. So for example, we can summon Goddard here, I know. But we can only summon him 3 times. Not adding it, or that rule doesn't apply to the Dark Souls 1 weapon class runs, because I already did those, and I didn't think of it at the time, so... Where's the second Dark Wraith? Because... there's the second Dark Wraith. They died. I thought that was an item dropped by Gru. Just keep your distance, play it safe. I think... I don't remember if it's 2 or 3 summon signs here, because I know that the Goddard sign is here. I know that if Yuria shows up, you can summon Lanor Pale Shade over by the bonfire. I think there may be a 3rd summon sign here. I don't remember who it is, though, or if that's even true, but... either way, we can head on in. There's a bit of infighting. So, to start off, there's only one Abyss Watcher. But did you hear me annihilating my poor dodge button? Like, I was going to town on that thing. What? Alright, but yeah, after a few seconds, a second one spawns, and he is aggressive. But then after a little bit, a third one spawns. And he's friendly. Rude. Nope, you can die. So now we can get back to the one-on-one. Kinda strange that he only attacked as soon as I attacked. Not gonna lie. Little strange. Don't know if that was like an input reader thing or if that was just unfortunate timing. Would be interesting to know though. But you get the main guy to 0 HP. Cutscene, he slurps up all the blood from everyone else. And now he's embered. He's got some extra fire damage that has a little delay to it. And now it is purely a one-on-one. He doesn't get any friends. You don't get any friends. Again, find it slightly weird that he only attacked once I attacked. Again, don't know if that would be input reader or unfortunate timing or what, but no. No. I don't remember how to fight you, but this is Dark Souls 3. You can mash the roll button and you'll probably be fine. But take them out. 19,800 souls. Soul of the blood of the wolf. And cinders of a lord. But we can keep going just a little bit before we head back to Firelink. And Catacombs of Carthus. My first time playing through the game ever, I thought that was the end of the game. I thought you were gonna touch the goblet and just credits. Because the Abyss Watchers really took everything I had in like 3 hours. I don't know if it actually took 3 hours, but it felt like it. But now I can use a Halberd, weapon class I have very little experience with. And first try him. Partially due to overleveling. I think level 50 is a bit overleveled at least. But move forward. We can drop down to the right here. Or left. I know my basic directions. As long as I'm not questioned on basic directions. Hello. Hello. You can die. Here we get the Carthus Pyromancy Tome. He got up instantly. That was an animation skip right there. I remember that from Elden Ring. With the big guy, and sometimes he can... Like the Godskin duo. but just the big guy. Sometimes he can just stand there and then instantly go into his everlasting role. I wonder if they patched that out, actually, because Elden Ring is actually getting patched. So, I wonder if they fixed that. It'd be very nice if they did. And here you can get a sharp gem, so if you're going with dex weapons, dex build, very good. And you already got the Farron coal for it, so it's all good to go. It's all good to go. I mean, good job dodging the arrows, less good job dodging me. But points for effort. At this point, I've played and beaten Dark Souls 1 with every weapon class. Not how the not how the upload schedule is going, but that's how the recording schedule goes. But playing through Dark Souls 1 and seeing how the skeletons work there, and then playing through here on Dark Souls 3 and seeing how the skeletons work here, I'm very curious as to how the skeletons are going to work in Dark Souls 2. Because I have not played that yet. So I'm curious. Are they going to be like Dark Souls 1 where they respawn forever until you get a divine weapon? Are they going to be like Dark Souls 3 where some of them crumble and die after one kill, but some of them have like a second life if they have the glowy white eyes? Or is there going to be something different about them? Is each game going to have a different way of tackling skeletons? That's kind of what scares me, is I don't know. And a lot of the difficulty from the Souls games, straight there and slightly to the left is where we got the sharp gem, by the way. But a lot of the difficulty in the Souls games comes from just having a lack of knowledge. Because while this is the first single weapon class run I'm doing, at least for recording, I have a lot of knowledge just in general about Dark Souls 3 because I played it a lot. And so, even though I'm stuck to just a single weapon class, and I'm not very familiar with the weapon class itself, it's not really a big problem, because I already know where all the enemies are. I know mostly how to dodge the bosses and whatnot. So, real quick, Annery?
Oh, hello. How very fortunate. Have you seen my companion, Horace? To my shame, I was snared by a trap and we've become separated. I've not been able to find him since. Yes, I see. Horace is a valiant knight. He can look after himself, no question. He's probably searching for me right now, with twice the resolve. If you happen upon him, please tell him that I remain in the catacombs and will lay prism stones to guide him, as always. Please send him my word, I beg of you. May the flames guide your way. If you happen upon Horace, please tell him that I remain in the catacombs and will lay prism stones to guide him, as always. Please send him my word, may the flame...
Alright, but... like, because I played Dark Souls 3 already, I already know where most of the danger lies. Like, you go down there, you're gonna get hit in the back with a giant ball. And so, it's better to head back and then wrap around. So it's like, all I really need to do is focus on the weapons. Just getting all of the different halberds and getting used to the moveset and speed. Because, like, I already know that I drop down, these guys are gonna try to jab me with the arrow. I already know that. I played Dark Souls 3. I know that there's gonna be a ball that's gonna slam into this guy. I already know all this. And so, because of that, Dark Souls 3 becomes a lot easier. Does that mean that... what is it? Hold on, what's going on here? Like, the bricks are having a public freakout. Anyways, that's not to say that I'm never going to die, or that the game is going to be super easy, but simply having knowledge makes the games significantly easier. Maybe not easy, but easier. And I have that knowledge for Dark Souls 3. I have that knowledge for Bloodborne. I've somewhat recently gained that. Forgot that the Dark Souls 3 skeletons have a guaranteed parry. And that they will do that at all times. It's like... if I had turned around at any point there and attacked them, I would have been parried again. It's just the headless ones. What? The delay on that roll was so long. But, anyways. It's like... hello. Anyways. At this point, in terms of uploading, this is when I've started getting used to Dark Souls 1 and the game starts getting easier. I believe the last run... ow. But I believe the last run I uploaded was Fists and Claws, which was number 5. And next one is going to be curved greatswords. So, little spoiler there, but yeah, next one is curved greatswords for Dark Souls 1. But that's when things started getting easier, because that's when my knowledge started, like, sticking. And I started getting a more rude, but I started getting a more consistent basis and having a more, like, standard route where I started figuring everything out. I have the knowledge. There's becoming less and less questions. I know what I'm doing. I know what I want to do. Large Titanite Shard. But that's when, like, that just starts going on. But, like, going into Dark Souls 2, again, haven't started yet, but when I do go into Dark Souls 2, I won't have that. I won't have that base of knowledge that I have for Dark Souls 3. Or Elden Ring. Or Bloodborne. Like, I will have no knowledge outside of maybe like half of the first area, because I kind of know Forest of Fallen Giants a little bit, I think. I think I remember it at least, because I have played Dark Souls 2 before. It's just been a long time and I didn't get very far. I think the last area that I played was like Lost Bastille, I think it was called. Something like that. Ooh, a large Titanite shard, very nice. But it was like a very blue area. And it was pretty dark. And I remember there being a ship. Don't remember a whole lot besides that. I don't think I even made it to the boss. But again, we are in... As of me recording this, it is late 2023. Bloop. And when I played Dark Souls 2, that was, I think, 2017, maybe 2018, somewhere around there. So, like I said, I didn't get very far, and it's been quite a long time. But I should remember a little bit. Well, like, once I get past... Honestly, once I get past Forest of Fallen Giants, I probably won't remember anything. Outside of, like, the color palette of the area. And possibly the names. But yeah, see, even stuff like this. I have a lot of experience going through Dark Souls 3. And so I know how to fight Sorg. I know how to keep him in the middle area. I know how to keep him occupied. Quite easily. But for Dark Souls 2, I'm not gonna have any knowledge like that. I'm going to be going in with almost nothing. And it's going to make the game a lot harder. Stop flying away. You are a skeleton, not a bird. Yeah, there's an illusory wall there. Ow! You were to the left of me. I have left your audio. I should have heard you. But apparently not. It's very quiet. Well. But you can die. I could probably use some more stamina. Or a bit more damage, because I've noticed a few enemies where they'll survive one hit from death. Like, consistently. Hello. Again. You are not a bird. You do not need to fly. Get on ground and die. Large Titanite shard. But yeah, you come back. Well, that's okay. Because you are free to get back. Ooh, large Titanite shard. Nice. I was gonna say you're free to get back on the ground, and then you died. But here's Grave Warden's ashes. Here's that illusory wall. This can go bush. That lets out small crab. And we get a dark gem. What does a dark gem even do? I don't know. I've never used a dark weapon. But we can head on into here. Get this little guy, send him to the right side of that rock, and he goes down. And after a second, we can get ourselves a fire gem. And you can go fight gravity. There you go. I don't think I got souls for that. Which is a little concerning. Because how do you survive that? I don't think many people could survive that. Up there's Anri, but we're not gonna deal with Anri just yet. Camille skeletons. Goodbye, skeletons. Right, so this now becomes a bridge. You can go down there. But first we're gonna go through here, because there's a boss here, and beating a boss in Dark Souls 3 gets you a bonfire. And something just died. Maybe it's the guy who didn't give us souls before, but we can do this. And that puts us here. Hand, Grave Warden, Pyromancy Tome. And you don't want to go into the darkness. You know, he really likes putting that hand into the darkness. I don't know why he likes putting that specific hand into the darkness so much. Oh, he's got a sword. Yeah, he still has the sword. That's not very good. But once you break 2 bracelets, he generally likes to run forward. He didn't there for some reason. Don't know why he didn't. But that gets us Soul of High Lord Walnir. And a cutscene. And bonfire. And 24,200 souls. Alright, so we can go here and do some stuff in Firelink, and then we can end this one, because we're hitting the 45-minute mark soon, and we made good progress.
You offed the Lords of Cinder, the undead legion. So that's how they're delivered to their thrones. I pity the sorry souls. Is that really Lordship's last reward? I failed to thank you for helping them find their final resting place. I pity the soul.
So, yeah, he was one of the Abyss Watchers, but he dipped. And also, they're dead. They die after you cash in 5 levels, which you get at 20 hollowing, or once you get past the Abyss Watchers. If you do 5 levels, Yuria will be here.
Oh, prithee, Art thou good Yoel's master? I am Uriah of Londor, a close friend of his. Thanks to thee, Yoel's soul is redeemed. Allow me to express my gratitude in his stead. Another matter. Thou'rt a lord, art thou not? Bearer of the dark sigil, and our Lord of Hollows. For the time thou remainst our lord, we of Londor shall serve thee. And I, of course, am also thine, our lord and liege. Knowest thou of a maid named Anri? She is hollow, and will join thee in wedlock. A fellow of mine guides her at this moment. When the time is ripe, thou mayst make thy salutations. For what lord taketh no spouse? Our lord, and knowest thou she a fellow for what?
Alright, so she sells purging stones, which is for curse and gets rid of hollowing. Sells poison throwing knives, a divine tome for some more dark miracles. She sells the dark hand, untrue dark and white ring, along with 3 rings of sacrifice. And I never mentioned it, but Yoel sells a handful of sorceries. She also sells them now that he's dead. And if you bought, say, like Solero when he was alive, and then he dies, then Solero will have already have been bought. So, that's neat.
Till we meet again. May the dark sigil guide thee.
So, the souls we have. High Lord Walnir, I believe you can get a pyromancy or a greatsword from that. And then the Abyss Watchers, you can get a greatsword or an ultra greatsword. Neither of which are halberds.
Oh, and
So, we're free to sell those for 20 and 10k. So that's 30,000 souls just from those 2 alone. I'd say that's pretty good. I'd say that's very good, honestly. And not using any magic, not using any daggers, not using any curved swords. This is the Halberd run. Can't use this, can't use this. Nope, nope. Not gonna use this, not gonna use this. Enemies losing stamina could be good for shield heavy enemies, so I'll keep it for now, but I'm not gonna rely on it.
goodbye.
That is what.
And we can get 1 more upgrade for the Lucerne. We need 4 more large Titanite shards to get that to +6.
Oh, you a fine prize. I'm honored to be endued with it. Now I'll be equipped to infuse special gems. Praise the gods, eh? Time to put this brawn to use.
Did not mean to skip that, but yeah, so like heavy gets rid of dex scaling but increases strength scaling. Sharp, it doesn't get rid of strength scaling, but it lowers it, but it drastically increases dex scaling. And then poison, surprisingly, oh, that's super weird. It lowers base damage. And here it's saying that it lowers additional damage while increasing scaling. But it also grants poison buildup. That's a little strange. Deep Gem gives you physical and dark, but no attribute bonuses. Raw increases the base physical while getting rid of all attribute bonuses. Fire gives you physical and fire, but no attribute. Blessed lowers damage and strength and dex, but gives you good faith scaling. Fire is kind of like deep, but for fire. Crystal gives you physical and magic damage, lower strength and dex scaling, but gives you good intelligence scaling. Refined is like a mixture of heavy and sharp. Lowered base damage, but heightened scaling for both strength and dex.
Pretty. I got.
And we have 123,000 souls.
Ah. Great letter.
I don't know what exactly Grey Warden's Ashes gives. I would assume probably stuff like this. But beating the Abyss Watchers, you can buy their set. Beating High Lord Walnir, you can buy his set. Alright.
Ashen one. Huh?
Welcome, husband. Very well. Then take.
But let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 levels. Just like that.
Farewell, Ashen Maiden.
That's very nice. Also, he's here.
Ah, I know you. Been some time. I just dropped in to see how she's getting on. Now, what are you playing at with this circus? This cesspool of doddering old folk and degenerates? Couldn't be better. She must fit in perfectly here.
Well, that's mean, but we made good progress today. We beat our first Lord of Cinder. We got 2 new pyromancy tomes. We got through the entire catacombs. And we met a new NPC. I think we made pretty good progress today, so, yeah.